questions to ask throughout a campaign with the confidence rising. I told WDF don't switch, good times are coming on even deep diving. Fan cams, reactions, watch alongs to the pride of London thriving. The Eagles of South they flying, keep your eyes on us, we ain't hiding.
Big up everyone, it's your boy Rich, Eagle Eye Football here. And yes, it's another episode of Transfer Weekly. Now this is Transfer Weekly episode 3. I bet I've got that right, boy, because JC will kill me. But listen, if you don't know the concept, Transfer Weekly brings us all the transfer rumours to do with Crystal Palace. And if obviously some rumour turns to fruition, or if there's new rumours that comes out, we'll cover that in future episodes. Or if someone signs, we'll immediately do a done deal. Now, this week we are going to be looking at the following rumours and speculation. So, Jez Ratsaki to Ipswich, which has seemed to pick up a lot of pace. We're going to be looking at Andreas Skov-Olsen from Club Brugge. Moussa Dembele, who's out of contract now at Lyon, I believe, at the end of this month, and also James McArthur potentially going to Luton, as well as other clubs that have been rumoured to be in for him. But let's get into this. So let's start with Jez. Now, 20-year-old Palace winger went on loan to Charlton last season, and he did a great job. He did a great job in League One. Fair play to him. You know, there was a lot of and error as to why he's gone on loan and whether League One was a step too low for him and such. But what was very important was that he went out to get experience, and experience he definitely got. He ended up winning Player of the Year, and he also won Players Player of the Year last season for Charlton, which is a great achievement. And not only that, he was also nominated as one of the players for the EFL Player of the Year as well. So it just shows how much of a fantastic season he did have. He got 15 goals and 8 assists in 42 games. Now, for a 20-year-old to obviously get his first real taste of men's football, and that's obviously no disrespect to the Premier League too, to get 15 goals, 8 assists, and finish off as Player of the Year, it's a phenomenal season, and fair play to him. You know, and he also made his return back to us for the Premier League International Cup final against PSV, where, you know what, I must admit, he was outshone by Scott Banks, you know, and he did fail to impress. There could be a matter of factors there. A long season in the Championship and League One and League Two and such. You're looking at up to 46 league games, and depending on how far you go in different cup competitions and stuff as well. So it's a long season for them. And then obviously just having to come back and readjust to like tactical differences, obviously, where you've played with another team for a whole year. So there's a lot to it. There's a lot to it and stuff. And you know what? It's brought about a massive debate with Jez. Like, is he ready? Is he ready? So I'm going to give my viewpoints on him very quickly, and then we'll talk a little bit more about this other potential loan move. You know what? I think he could be a good understudy to Elise in this upcoming season, with obviously the aim to maybe take a spot if Elise ends up moving on in the near future and such. He's got the skill set for it, he's got the talent, definitely got an eye for goal and such. But then on the flip side, it could be a case where he might be a bit lightweight, he might be a bit predictable and such. His defensive duties could be questioned as well. But we said all these things about Elise as well, and look how he's turned out as well. So, but a bit more into this potential loan. Now, this loan would obviously be into the Championship, and it will be with Ipswich Town, who have just been promoted. Kieran McKenna, ex-Man United coach, has gone to Portman Road and he's done a fantastic job, to be fair. You know, sealing promotion with Ipswich. It obviously, like I said, it gives Jez an opportunity to ply his trade in the Championship and see how he gets on. Now, obviously in recent times we've had Mark Bebue go on loan to the Championship and not like didn't set the house on fire, you know. So, but I think Jez is a different kettle of fish. I think he'll take this challenge up really well. I think he can go out there and do a great job representing the club well, you know. And I think the experience will do him a world of good. I think it might just be a little bit too early to thrust him into the first team, But then at the same time, if we're not really going to be spending, then I wouldn't mind him being on the bench, you know, behind Elise. But once again, this is all about game time, and game time is the most important thing for these players. But to be fair, if he does go to Ipswich, I think it would be a very good loan signing. As you see, McKenna's a very progressive coach, and I think that McKenna will get the best out of him, allowing him to express himself on the field. But yeah, let us know what you feel about Jez going on loan in the comment section below. Do you think he should go out on loan, or do you think he should stay in the first team under whoever our new manager is next season? Next up, Andreas Skov Olsen, who currently plays for Club Brugge and is under contract until the 30th of June 2026. Now, he's a Danish international, 23 years old, and he plays on the right wing. So, personally, I don't see this one happening, but let's talk about him nonetheless. So he's a left-footed right winger, and you know what, fair play to him. He's very direct, very direct. From what I've seen of him, he likes to run at his opponents and such, and he likes to get a shot off quite quickly. Last season, finished off with 7 goals, 6 assists as well, you know, and created 7 big chances, you know, 2.2 key passes per game, and so he's pretty effective when he's going forward and such. Obviously playing in the Belgian Pro League, and you know what, he's got great dribbling ability and such, and he's got that burst of pace as well to get him behind. I think the one thing that sets him apart from Elise is the fact that he, like I said, he is very direct, and he just generally has an eye for goal and really wants to get a shot quick enough, you know, and he does make those decisions a little bit quicker than Elise does at this moment. That could come through age, and that could come from experience and such, and obviously for playing for a club like Club Brugge, he would have had European experience as well and such. But yeah, talking about his dribbles, 1.3 successful dribbles, that's 52%. Total duels won at 3.3, which is 51%. Ground duels 3.2, which is 53%. So he's fairly consistent in what he does, especially for a winger. Even his aerial duels ain't the greatest, you know, but still at 27%. You know, it's still something that could be worked on. He loses the ball quite a bit, to be fair, and commits a few fouls as well, which shows that his work rate of both going forward and coming back. Obviously, losing the ball is it's an odd stat, because you can lose the ball trying to play a progressive pass, a very difficult pass and such. You know, but he has played international football as well, so that experience will be good. He's got a lethal left foot on him. To be fair, he's a great finisher, great finisher, great striker of the ball and such. But for me personally, I see this as nothing news. I don't think he will offer anything drastically great than what Elise is offering us, and Elise is doing it already in the Premier League. Don't know how much he's been valued at the moment. I'll have to look that up, but I would assume it'll be anything around the region of 15 to 17 million pounds. And I don't think we could have better use to spend that money elsewhere, as I've covered before. Jez could cover that position if we ever lose Michael Elise. So it's a no from me, but you know what? Let me know in the comment section your thoughts on Andreas Skov Olsen. Moussa Dembele. Now, French international striker who currently plays for Olympique Lyonnais. Now, his market value is at the moment is around £15 million. However, he is actually out of contract on the 30th of June, so he's gonna be a free transfer. And this, for me, is a signing we need to get done. Now, before I get into a bit of the stats, yes, we need to get this done, but there's also interest from Italy. I know Everton are interested as well. So I think we need to act fast. And if we're going to obviously have these links with Lyon through John Textor and Eagle Holdings, these are the sort of signings we need to be getting over the line very quickly, you know, seeing as obviously Textor's Eagle Holdings has Lyon as well as Botafogo and Molenbeek as part of the setup. So hopefully we can get this done, because we need a striker. But let's look into Moussa Dembele in a bit more detail. Now, I'm going to cover the 21-22 season very quickly, because he played a total of 30 games, started 25, averaged about 75 minutes per game. He scored 21 goals. You know, so his expected goals, his XG was 11.45. You know, and he's scoring frequency, he's scoring every 105 minutes and such. Goals per game 0.7, shots per game 2.9, shots on target per game 1.5. Big. He did miss a lot of big chances though, but it says that he actually, to still score 21 goals and miss 23 big chances, means he's getting in the right places. You know, and he's taking shots, he's getting opportunities, which is massive. But he also had 4 assists that season. That's a 21-22 season. However, last season, as much as he played 23 games, he only started 8, which shows he definitely was out of favour. Now, could that be in line with the fact that his contract was running out? Who knows? Maybe he made that decision early that he's not going to sign a new deal and he got benched. We don't know. But he only started 8 games. He just, from averaging 75 minutes per game, he went down to 38 minutes per game. Scored 3 goals in the league, a few goals in, like 1 or 2 goals in Europe. You know, so you could tell he's definitely out of favour. But most importantly, he's out of contract in the summer. Now, for me personally, he's a lethal striker. And not only that, he played with Edouard at Celtic, and they were a good partnership. Now, obviously, with the likes of Mateta potentially going out, I think this would be a great fit for us. Like I said, he's got European pedigree as well. He's a free transfer, so obviously we just have to sort out his wages. And then you look at the fact that, like I said, he's played with Edouard. Edouard could then play on the left wing if need be. You know, we don't know the situation with Wolf at the moment, but they've played together. They know how to work as a unit. If we play up 2 up front, which I don't think we'll do, we could say we've got 2 decent forwards. You know, Edouard likes to drop deep more so and get the ball to feet, but Dembele is the striker who likes the ball in behind, you know, and try to get stretch the defence and be, you know, the last man. So honestly, we need to get this done. And if he ends up going to another Premier League club, we have failed as a club, especially with the whole Eagles holding package and such. So for me, I think we need to definitely get Moussa Dembele done. I think he will score goals for us. We've always lacked a clinical striker, and that could take us to the next step, you know, to the next level, you know. And Leon, who are obviously a bit cash strapped as well, I think has gone to Roma on the free transfer. Well, we need to be getting in on these free transfers, especially if we've not got money to spend ourselves. But yeah, you know what? I'm all for this signing, and I hope we get this one over the line. So let me know your thoughts down below about Moussa Dembele. And finally, the legend himself, Jimmy Mack, who obviously is out of contract and has left Crystal Palace. Now, rumours have it that he's been looked at by Luton Town, newly promoted Luton Town, who obviously will have their first venture in the Premier League. I don't know if that's ever or in a very long time, but either way, it's a great achievement for them. And what better way to obviously make your mark by getting some experience. And yeah, they're looking at MacArthur. I believe Sheffield United were another club that were looking at him and such, but I know that they are listed with some decent midfielders as it is already. So yeah, with obviously with Jimmy, we all know what he can offer. The work rate, the endeavour, passion. But something that we've obviously noticed over the last couple of years, his ability on the football has just been incredible for us. Very progressive midfielder, can drive with the ball, can find the pass, and can chip it with some goals as well, you know. So he's definitely going to be a miss. Obviously, you saw the fan reaction when he came on towards the latter stages of the Forest game. You know, obviously, unfortunately for me, he's been suffering with injury all season and stuff. So hopefully he can obviously pick up his career. You know, obviously he's in the twilight of his career and just be able to get some more minutes on the pitch and end his career in the right manner. But Luton will be getting a very, very solid centre midfielder there, you know, and I think that, like I said, they're going to need to get a bit more experience in their first year in the league, and this will definitely be a good signing. I also feel like like I said, the ball manipulation in midfield, his link-up play, 1-2s, and like I said, he's a very, very capable box-to-box midfielder, considering he's obviously 30 plus years old, you know. But he's still got it. He's still got it. He can still play in the Premier League for a couple seasons, 100%. He's got the brain for it. He's got the mentality for it, and he's got the skill for it. So yeah, that's the rule with Maka. Obviously, Maka was touted to go to Luton, but I know, like I said before, Sheffield United have also shared some interest too. So there you have it, guys. That is Transfer Weekly episode 3. I hope I've done a decent job, JC. I know your researching and stuff is a lot more thorough. It's hard work, so big up to you. Guys, please obviously continue to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to drop in the comment section of the players that you want to be covered in future weeks, and we'll make sure that we spread them out evenly. And if there is a player that you've mentioned who has been linked already and such, and we haven't covered him as a Transfer Weekly, we may end up be covering that player as a done deal. And so, yeah, we've got the likes of Kevin to cover, the recent defender, Sher. I believe his name's Sher, yeah, and such. So there's going to be players that we're going to be covering on a week-to-week basis and such. So yeah, guys, like, share, subscribe. Big up for all the support. And we out. He goes.